Yo, what's going on guys, Nellick here, hope you're all having a good day. In today's video, I have a brand new Rave In The Redwoods zombie trailer for you guys, so I'm going to let you watch it right now, and then we're going to break it down after. Enjoy.
At an abandoned summer camp, deep in the woods, 4 stranded companions will become the life of the party.
We got recast and the script has been flipped.
Zombies, welcome to my party.
This looks like a summer vacation right out of a nightmare.
Talk about the boonies. Who the hell booked this gig?
Let's play.
Woo! This is awesome!
I guess I didn't know.
Whoa, that was gnarly.
I guess I didn't know.
Like the lambs to the slaughter, eh?
I can feel the universe. Ooh, look at the colors, man.
This January, dance like somebody's watching.
From the rave to the grave.
Like a boss.
You dead now, Holmes?
Rave in the Redwoods.
I guess I didn't know.
Kiss your friends goodbye.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that trailer. Now it's time to break it down. So within the first few frames of the trailer, we get to see a little outlook and overview of part of the map. Now we are at a campsite, so you can see cabins in the first few frames, and also down on the jetty, there is a magic wheel, and basically we know magic wheels from the Infinite Warfare Zombies in Spaceland map, and basically these magic wheels will give us a random weapon, acting like the mystery box from previous CODs. Now also on the bottom left hand side of the screen, I believe that is like a boat shed, so maybe we'll be able to use a boat as like a quick transport to another side of the campsite. So as you can see, the boat shed is on the left hand side, we've got the campsite on the right hand side. Maybe we'll be able to go up to the boat shed, use a boat and travel over to that area. Moving on to the next frame, we get a closer look at the cabins, and we get to see how these cabins are designed. There's the front door, the lighting, and we just get a good understanding of how they look. But there are a few things that stand out to me and I want to point out. So the first thing that you might have seen already is the sign in the middle of the screen. It says Bear Lake Cabins, so I believe we are in a place called Bear Lake. And also the other sign says Camp Wolf, and there is also a wolf next to that Bear Lake Cabins sign. So I believe that each camp will be linked to a certain animal, so maybe we have Camp Wolf. And if we go back to the previous frame which we just looked at, there was a deer standing on the hills, so maybe there's Camp Deer or something. And just continuing on with that pattern, say if there's like a bear, so we got Camp Bear. Now the last thing that I want to point out in this picture is the big purple beam on the right hand side of the screen. Now usually when we see beams going up into the sky, this usually indicates where the mystery box is, so that we don't have to look for it, we can just work our way towards it. So that's what I believe that beam is showing us. Now the next part of the video, we get flashes of the zombies and what they'll look like, and then we get introduced to the characters and their brand new looks. Now what you have to keep in mind is we're keeping the exact same characters that we saw from the cinema that were trapped inside of Zombies in Spaceland, but this time they are in Rave In The Redwoods, and their character gets a brand new look. They get a look that relates to the time period that we are in and the setting that we are in. So exact same names, different clothing, and they may look a little bit different. So the first character that we have is Sally, and she's got like these big hoop earrings, she's got a flanny on, and I believe that is a bandana on her head. Next we have Poindexter. Now this was the nerd from Zombies in Spaceland. He's got his cap on sideways, he's got his little bead bracelet on, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's wearing some kind of backpack. Next up we have AJ. AJ was the jock from Zombies in Spaceland. This time he's got a fresh haircut, he's got his jacket on, he's got a necklace, And yeah, that weapon he's holding is a golf club, so expect to see golf clubs within the game. Now our fourth and final main character is Andre. Andre is wearing a flannelette as well, he's got a short haircut, he's holding an axe, so expect axes in the game, and he just looks like he's ready to kill something. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is our 4 main characters in the game. Throughout the video you'll see glimpses of these characters and what they look like and how they move and what type of like animations and gestures they have, so pay close attention to them. I won't be pointing that out too much, but it's just something else to take into mind and it makes the video a lot cooler. Moving along, we have our characters advancing down a bridge and there are just a ton of zombies rushing towards them. Now this looks like a great place where you could like rape train a bunch of zombies, run down this bridge and then just turn around because they're all going to be in one big line. So I think this is going to be a great way of farming points. Now the next part of the video is pretty creepy but interesting. There looks to be a zombie tied up to this wheel that is rotating, and while it's rotating you seem to be able to throw knives at it for some reason. Now I'm not sure how this will be used within the game, if it's some kind of like arcade game or if it's just something you can do within the zombies map, but it's interesting why this is added in the game, whether it's for just looks and fun or if it's got something to do with an Easter egg. Now the other things in the room, there's a skull on a trash can on the right hand side, there's a few weapons slash tools up on the wall like an axe and some saws, and it just looks like we are in some kind of torture room. The next frame we get a closer look at the zombies and what they are wearing. Remember we are in the 90s this time. I believe we are holding a machete, which would be absolutely brutal to kill zombies with. Hopefully you can like chop their arms or head off and you get to actually see that, but zombies has never really been that gory, but it would be really cool if you get to see something like that. Now there's like an ice machine in the background. I think they're ice cream machines next to that ice machine, so maybe you'll be able to buy like those gun upgrades and the grenades that you could buy out of the Zombies in Spaceland vendors, like when you had to upgrade the gun with the elemental upgrades. Maybe there's something like that within those ice cream machines, or they might be there just for looks. Moving on, we have a quick change of scenes. Now first of all we have a like baseball bat with nails sticking out of the end of it, and he goes ahead and smacks a zombie straight in the face, and then it switches to one of the girls with an axe just beating down one of the zombies. After that it pans down to the lake, and by the lake are a bunch of canoes and the zombies appear to be walking in the water, so we may be able to walk in some parts of the lake. Maybe this will reduce our speed but reduce the zombies' speed even more, making it a way of escaping giant zombie hordes. And as you can see, our characters have made it to some kind of platform where the zombies are still in the water, and they've turned around and started shooting the zombies, and there's also a magic wheel behind them, so this will be great if you run out of ammo. You can just buy a weapon right there and then and hold that position with your team. Now the next frame of the video, I thought this character that we are seeing on screen right now was going to be like the main boss that we had to fight, or like one of the brutes that you have to fight, but watching the whole trailer there's bigger and badder looking zombie creatures within this trailer. So what I think this is some kind of Yeti, which will replace the dog rounds or clown rounds as we saw in Zombies in Spaceland. So yeah, I'm pretty tied up about what I think about this certain character and what his role is, but my guess is it's either Yeti's replacing the dog rounds or he's one of the brutes. And he does look pretty badass, like, I'm not taking anything from him. He does have red glowing eyes, which is absolutely freaky. And who wouldn't be scared getting chased by a Yeti? Moving along, we see our characters running past another cabin, and like I was talking about before with these camps and how they're relating to an animal, it seems to be this camp is called Camp Owl, and we get to see an owl sitting on a branch on that camp sign. So we got like Camp Owl, Camp Wolf, etc. Now moving on to the traps part of the trailer, it seems we go up and press this big red button, and then this giant log with nails sticking out of it is just going to drop and spin as zombies go by. They are going to get cleaned up by this thing, and it looks like it's going to be a great way of clearing packs of zombies if you're getting in trouble. Now we have seen similar traps like that in the previous Call of Duty games, so it's nothing new, but it's good to see it back in the zombies map. Now we come to another interesting part of the trailer. We have 3 characters approach a fire, and once they approach this fire, they seem to get some kind of hallucinogen, and they start seeing colors and things that were never there before. And to the left of that fire there is a sign that says adventure course, and once they have got that hallucinogen and they're tripping, they look off down that adventure course and I don't know if my eyes are deceiving me, but if I zoom up close enough, I don't know if it'll be too pixelated for you guys, but it looks like that is the Pack-a-Punch machine right there to the right, just through the adventure course area. So I'm not sure if you're gonna have to be in this hallucinogenic state to access the Pack-a-Punch machine or just unlock it for the first time. But yeah, this could be a big clue towards finding out how to unlock that Pack-a-Punch machine. Then we have a quick glimpse of someone starting up like a chainsaw or a grinder. Now I'm not sure if this is actually one of the main characters or this boss guy that you're seeing on screen right now. He has body paint all over him, he glows in the dark, and he seems to be just putting this grinder up towards his face, and the blade is just cutting away at like the tin helmet that he is wearing and creating sparks all over the place. Now he looks really freaky. He has like glow in the dark X's for eyes and then this just scarred up face. So this is who I believe is like the main boss within this map, but he's not the brute. Now before I was talking about the Yeti being like the clown rounds, and this guy that we're seeing on screen right now, he's like the main boss, but you'll be seeing the brute later on in the trailer and we'll get to that. But moving on for now, we have one of our characters approach a stage and there seems to be microphones and music up there, and I believe this is another trap where you could like turn on the speakers or something like that, and all the zombies are going to stop in front of that stage and just start dancing. Now we saw a dancing trap within Zombies in Spaceland, but it looks like they've just kind of kept the same trap idea but made it work in a different way. And then at the end of that trap, the speakers blow up, so kind of like a monkey bomb trap. I'm not sure how many times you'll be able to use that, but yeah, we got a good understanding of how that will work. Then we came to this part of the trailer. We can see a couple of characters declining down a zip line, but the interesting thing was the cabin behind them blew up, and I don't really think something like that would happen within a zombie map unless it was like a cutscene, or if it's part of an Easter egg which you can't return to that area after. So that part baffles me on what is actually happening there. But once again, if you guys have any idea, let me know down in the comments below. Then we get a quick glimpse at some sort of akimbo weapon. I'm not really sure what weapon that is, but we are in this hallucinogenic state once again. Everything's lit up, everything's colorful. The zombies have also lit up, and it's time to cause some chaos. Now if I pause it on this frame right here, Poindexter is holding a weapon with some kind of skin, or maybe this is a new wonder weapon. To me, I think it's just a skin since we can't really see the front of the gun, but who knows, this could be a glimpse at one of the new wonder weapons. And also at the very end, we also get a quick glimpse at Andre's gun, and he also has a skin or wonder weapon in his arm. Now we are on to the Pack-a-Punching part of the trailer, and just by this one frame right here, we can tell that we are back in the cinema room, putting our gun in that projector. It looks like it's the E-Rad going into the projector this time, and then after he puts the E-Rad in, Andre seems to get out these drumsticks and spin them around his fingers, so I believe that is one of his animation slash gestures that he will have. Now even though Andre just upgraded that E-Rad in the last frame, this frame what we are seeing right now is him holding a crossbow, and this thing is upgraded. You can tell by the skin on this thing. Now I believe that skin will be animated. It's a purple, green, and blue mix of colors, and it just looks badass. And when he shoots the zombies, they explode and lightning comes out of the sky as well. Now the fact that there's lightning coming out of the sky makes me think there might be like double Pack-a-Punch where you upgrade it once, it does more damage, it has more bullets, gets a different name and things, but if you Pack-a-Punch it a second time, it gets like an elemental perk. Then we just see some more zombie killing, and pausing right now, we see our first look at a perk machine. This one's called Quickies, and this is Quick Reload. You can tell by just the sign, his hands coming down, he's grabbing a mag, he's putting it straight back in his gun, and he is good to go to kill zombies. Then our characters run by what it looks to be a wood chipper, and I think this will be a trap, but they don't activate it within the trailer, but it is there, and I really do think this will be accessible slash usable. Now it's time to look at the brute that I have been waiting to show you guys this whole video. We've talked about the Yeti, we've talked about that guy that had X's on his mask, but this thing just looks absolutely insane. He's got chains wrapped around his wrists. He looks like the Hulk just in disguise, and he is just ready to tear shit up. Now after all of that, everything that we have seen throughout that trailer, there is one more little bit of footage that we get to see, and it's our characters running away, but then we see another character that isn't one of the main characters. And as you remember in Zombies in Spaceland, we had David Hasselhoff as the DJ, and after doing a certain amount of steps, David Hasselhoff actually became playable. Now who is that guy that we see in this little bit of footage? Well, as he runs by, on the back of his jersey, it says the word Smith. Now that is his last last name, we are looking at Kevin Smith. This guy is an American filmmaker, actor, comedian, public speaker, comic book writer, author, and also a podcaster. You guys may recognize him from movies like Mallrats, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob, Zack and Miri Make a Porno, Clerks, or you might recognize him from his podcast or his books or anything like that. So Kevin Smith is going to be the 5th character within this zombies map, and a possible playable character like David Hasselhoff was. Alright guys, that's it for the breakdown. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. DLC pack number 1, Sabotage, will be coming January 31st, 2017. Make sure to get your hands on it. I'm really excited for this. I hope you all have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Peace.